March 13th, 2:34 p.m. Wild Wild West area. Looks like we got the boot again. With Lance safe, the focus of the investigation will shift solely onto the murderer. You mean the infighting between the kidnappers? Yes, and also the identity of the remaining kidnapper. Miles, my boy. Tell me it's true. Tell me that you've really found my boy. Yes, Mr. Romano, we found him earlier in the stadium. Then my little Lance is unhurt. He's not exactly the picture of perfect health, but his life is not in danger. He's being questioned right now by Agent Lang. Poor Lance. It must have been so horrible for him. Locked up like a sub. I mean, I was locked up too, no one cares about me. Miles, my boy, I can't thank you enough. It was nothing. I'm still in shock over what happened to Oliver. But I have to say I'm relieved that Lance is alright. Oh, that's right. I mustn't forget to pass this on to Lance as soon as the police are finished with him. A letter? The way Lance is being chased after by women reminds me of someone I know. I almost can't believe he received yet another love letter, you know. Here, take a look for yourself. Isn't this a breach of confidentiality? God, that looks... I don't know if that's a love letter, but... My dear Lance Romano, may I come see you again. Your beloved Viola. It looks terrifying. Oh hey, let me see. That's really weird. It's from a loan company. Tender Lender. Looks more like a collection bill to me. Love letter jotted down. What about you? Lance Romano. He loves me not. He loves me not. Oh, that's the 12th one. No, you can't give up, Lauren. Just one more try. Excuse me, but I can't help but feel a bit sorry for all the flowers you've gone through. I suppose if they were me, then blush. I believe you said that you were Lance's girlfriend when we first met, correct? Yes, I am, but it's not like we both think of each other as lovers. But he did give me this ring, so I guess we're not just friends either. I mean, because this isn't just any ordinary ring. It tastes so sweet when you lick it. Ah, it's so wonderful. You mean to tell me that he gave you a lollipop ring? So which is it? Have you guys not decided if you're going out, or is it just one-sided? Decided? Shouldn't the parties involved naturally just know? My father used to work for Mr. Romano, and so Lance and I grew up together. Gasp, I said it out loud. I don't see how that's anything to be embarrassed about. So your father was an employee of the Amano Group. What did he do? I heard his job was to fly around the world on Pegasus. Pegasus? Oh, Pegasus was the name of the airplane. The airplane belonged to the company. You had me there for a second. But now it's all changed. My father, he isn't around anymore. Oh, I see. About 10 years ago, he rode in Pegasus off to somewhere and never returned. Riding Pegasus to whereabouts unknown. Sounds like the stuff legends are made of. It's been so long, I don't think I'd recognize him if I were to ever meet again. I'm so sorry, Lauren. But I won't give in to the sadness. I have to live. Yes, Lauren, live. About the case. About this incident. But isn't the kidnapping already over and dealt with? I've been here the whole time, so I'm afraid I don't know much about any other incident. How did you come to know that Lance had been kidnapped? Oh, that's because of my woman's intuition. You based everything on that. I know everything when it comes to my Lance. It's really strange. It really must be destiny, blush. She started fantasizing again. So what are you going to do now, Mr. Edgeworth? We already established that there's a good chance that the killer is the other kidnapper. It's my duty to figure out who this other person is. I believe there is one location that might hold a clue or two. Probably the Hideout? I don't know what the isolation room is. Is that where I was being held? But, you know, the kidnapped Hideout obviously. Yeah. But we're still not allowed in, remember? Agent Lang and his men should be done with this area. In that case, there is no harm in asking that officer over there to listen. Which officer? You? What do you have to report? Sir, nothing unusual out of the ordinary, sir. Where have I heard such redundancy before? Is it possible for you to let us take a look around inside? Sir, roger, sir. That was surprisingly hassle-free. Are you certain? Didn't Agent Lang order you not to allow me in? Sir, that's true, sir, but Detective Gumshoe asked me personally to let you in, sir, and I couldn't refuse a request from him. Ah, looks like Detective Gumshoe has a following. Furthermore, I was asked to give this document to you, sir. What is this? The man in this picture, Mr. Oliver Deacon. But the name here... Oh, so is that his real name? So was the Deacon the fake name? Whereabouts unknown after his escape from Penny-Dent Prison. Stole a gun from a guard during his escape. We thought he might head for where his wife and sole daughter are, but despite our surveillance, he has yet to show up. That's the name on the back of the pendant. It appears that was his real name. What's this? He was convicted in a case 10 years ago in Central Prison. And what was he doing here? Apparently he broke out of jail and then just vanished. He must have become Oliver Deacon to cover up the fact that he was an escaped felon. Now I'm not sure what's going on anymore. Is there some sort of link between the victim's past and the current case? These police documents are rather detailed. I should take the time to give them a thorough read eventually. It's fine, let's focus on one thing at a time, starting with the Kidnapper's hideout. Yeah, I agree. We should investigate first, think later. More than thinking things through, I think you should try remembering things first. Now then, if you could please unlock the door, officer. It was locked up until just a while ago, but since then the door's been wide open, sir. I'm not sure I follow what you're saying. Care to explain in a bit more detail? Sir, the door was locked down tight when they went to check out the room, so they got about 10 officers to help and break the door down. I see. I guess that means I get Agent Lang's leftovers. Well, let's see what we find. So this is where the kidnappers planned their foul deed. Is that the bloody suit in the little bin there? Well, you were tied up for a while in the room next door. Okay, please, must you bring that up again? Now then, down to business. There might be some clues left in this room. Let's try to find out what we came here for, the kidnapper's identity. Yeah, barrels just like these outside. Yes, and... Well, I know I already asked you when we were out there, but if these were real, what would you put them in? There's an expected gleam in her eye that I'm about to dash. What have we here? Oh, I was trying to click the door. Looks like a sword, a broken sword. Oh, that's what hit me upside the head. Because it hit me upside the head. Swords don't usually break on their own. That's true. Alright, let's think about this in this way. Maybe it broke when someone was trying to use it for or on someone. Hypotheticals aren't going to get us anywhere. Perhaps we should think more on this later. Oh, there it is in the book. Okay. This door was thoroughly broken thanks to the police who forced it open. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. There's the sword. There's the barrels. That doorknob handle thingy looks pretty beat up. I suppose that happens when 10 officers break their way in with brute force. Hey, that's odd. The lock on this is completely fine. Look, not a single dent. But how is that possible after what the officer told us? Yeah, if the lock had been in use when the door was busted down, then the lock itself should be completely wrecked. So the lock on the door leading to the outside is undamaged. How can that be? Was it not locked? The panel that hid the entrance to the underground is propped up and wide open. Be careful of where you step, Kay. I only fell into that other opening once, you know. Looks like everything. There's a trapdoor here too. Not a trapdoor, it's an entrance to the underground passage. There's that. The door leading to the outside world was locked, so Lance must have escaped his prison through here. Unused folding chairs lean against the wall in their folded state. Wow, whoever lined these up did it perfectly. They're not even a single hair off. Not so bad for using these because it'd be like stealing the perfection way. I suspect it'd be more like you wouldn't want to be the one to put it away. Watch out, Mr. Edgeworth. It's a broken mirror. It probably came from the haunted house. Why is this here? Are they planning to repair it? A sign advertising the photo rally, something I have absolutely no interest in. Yeah, but I do, and I'm gonna get my hands on the rest of the Badger family, you'll see. She definitely brings a decidedly different atmosphere to a criminal investigation. Interesting, 3 cups. Two criminals, 3 cups. It won't rust until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Cheap styrofoam cups. Looks like only 3 cups were used. Folding chairs, and by the looks of it, they were probably used by the kidnappers. There are 3 chairs. I wonder what this key is to. You got me. It reminds me of the key we found in the other room. That's it, this must be the key for one of those trapdoors. If that wasn't a trapdoor, you only call it one because you quite literally jump into it. Hey, but isn't that what you're supposed to do when you see one? I am not having this conversation with you. Poster of Gatewaterland stuck on the wall. Intrigue, fun, prestige. Gatewaterland has it all, and it's waiting for you. It's not especially catchy, is it? Think that's everything? Yeah. Beyond this door is where the kidnappers held you after getting the jump on you. Must you keep reminding me. But it's the room where I got to see your awesome face. You didn't need to remind me of that mortifying moment either. This must be where they disposed of old and worn out costumes. That's so sad. It would seem that they threw the costume away in pieces. Is that everything? Okay, what do we have now? Well, let's do the obvious one. 3 chairs, 3 cups. The common denominator between the cups and the folding chairs is the number 3. Speaking of which, the number of missing costumes is also 3. Wait, but I thought there were only 2 kidnappers. Indeed, something isn't adding up, literally. Is it possible there is a 3rd kidnapper that Lance didn't see? Had to be forced open. In the hideout. Trash for old and useless. Forced open, yet the lock is intact. Found it. Oh, so did they... So the door wasn't locked, maybe? It was... They used the sword to bar it, maybe? That would explain the broken handle, broken sword, but not broken lock. Maybe? Try? It's a bit strange that the police had to force their way into an unlocked room. One look at the pristine door lock and anyone can see that it was not in use at the time. With the policeman outside said that it took 10 men to get it open. A door that was locked tight despite it being not locked at all. It can only be because of this. Oh, you mean, yes, it was used to jam the door. Here, take a look at the door handle. You see how the handle is completely destroyed? So that's how the sword broke. Yeah, it was used to jam the handle, as well as beat me over the head. I thought that we might uncover the true identity of the kidnappers, but instead we've only uncovered more questions that need to be answered. Oh my god. There's the killer! What is it? Well, well, Mr. Edgeworth, am I correct? What are you doing suddenly popping out of the secret entrance like that? This is an underground passage used by staff members, sir. We Badgers also make use of it in our duties. Look, why don't you get out of there first and then we'll talk, eh? Ah, I beg your pardon, miss. You see the picture? Yep. Only one more to go. What are you getting all excited about? Yes, did you forget? The photo rally, duh. See, look, now all I have to do is get a picture of the Bad Badger and I'm done. Ah yes, I vaguely recall a contest or something of that sort. What? It's gone. Where did it go? Hmm? What happened? What's wrong? A Bad Badger costume is missing, sir. Oh, is that all? Well, it's missing because the kidnapper stole it. I heard about how they were stolen, but they said that only 3 of the costumes had been taken. What? Is he saying that more than 3 of them are gone? Mr. Proto-Badger, please tell me a little more about these costumes you use. Once I walk over here. What did you mean by a Bad Badger costume is missing? Why, just what I said, sir. We are 1 Bad Badger short. Counting the spares, we have 2 of each costume on hand at all times. Okay, so because one of them is walking around in the park, the other should be in that room. Actually, both of them should be in that room. Huh? What do you mean? Normally, we don't use the Bad Badger costumes. In fact, we only use them during a certain event at a set time each day. It's a stage show where the Bad Badger wreaks havoc around the park. And the other Bad Badgers must work together to apprehend him, sir. I'm speechless that such a show exists. Well, sir, I was just trying to explain to you the only time we use that costume. But doesn't that make it near impossible to take a picture of the Bad Badger? Personally, I can't believe that this close to showtime and there's no costume. Oh dear, what am I to do, sir? All this basically means is that the kidnappers stole 4 costumes in total. And are you saying that there are 4 kidnappers? No, I don't think that's very likely. Recall the costumes for a minute. The stolen ones, you mean. What proves that a 4th kidnapper doesn't exist? What? I don't know. Anything below yellow? No. I mean, the fact that this costume's here. But that isn't because it would be... Homeboy's right there. This guy's the police officer. This guy's the old lady. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. There's the one that's currently in the trash compartment thingy. But if that's the one, we didn't investigate that one for blood. So I don't know if that's filled with blood, then we have 4. If it's not, then it's right there accounted for. I guess this one?
Take that!
If you had 4 people and you had wanted to steal a 4th costume... Okay, that's not what I was going for, but sure. Wouldn't you naturally go for the full set and steal a Pink Badger costume instead? Yeah, that makes sense. And yet the kidnappers decided to steal another Bad Badger. I believe the culprits needed 2 Bad Badger costumes, but the question is why. Yeah, you can't check that one for blood. Boom. The second Bad Badger costume, I believe it may be closer at hand than we think. What do you mean? It's right here. That costume in the trash, wouldn't you say that it's wearing some very telltale pants? Oh, you're right, let's get it out of there and take a look. Is it filled with blood? As I suspected, it's a Bad Badger costume. Well, minus the head. I will rest until I inspect everything suspicious. I don't see any blood on it, so... Oop. Oh, fuck, that's not what I wanted to do. No, back, I wanted to click on it. There we go. Look, its hand is hurt. Hmm? Looks more like something was ripped off of it. I wonder why this Bad Badger costume's right hand is torn up like that. Maybe it's a flesh wound with a fight with a blue badger. I always knew the blue badger was one ferocious beast. I somehow doubt that even the real badgers are as bloodthirsty as that K. No mud, which is good. Okay. No, I don't have any more connection things. So, do I have something to connect to the torn hand? Badge, pamphlet, head, motor rally. So is the gun part of the costume? Like, it's not a person holding a gun, like the gun is like actually like attached to the suit? Is that what it wants me to point out? Yes?
Eureka!
I believe what we have here is an inconsistency between what? Look carefully, our costume is not holding something in the right hand. Oh, the gun, precisely. The Bad Badger was designed to always hold a gun in its right hand. However... You there, did you remove the gun from this Bad Badger's right hand? No, I did not, sir. The gun is supposed to be secure... Okay, so yeah, it's attached to the costume. As I thought, the rip itself confirms my hypothesis that the gun was forcibly removed. Mr. Proto Badger, the gun is, of course, not a functioning weapon, correct? Absolutely not, sir. It's just a model gun. However, it can fire blanks. We need to use them for the stage show. It seems that our Kidnapper also had a need for the model gun, my dear costumed friend. Capable of firing blanks. I think we're about done with this room. So what's next? Well, we found a few answers, but there are still a few things left that we have to ask a certain person about. Let's go, Kay. Who is that certain person? Mr. Edgeworth, sir! You gotta hurry, sir, come on! What is it, detective? They found a Blue Badger costume down in front of the main gate, sir. What? Isn't that what one of the kidnappers was wearing? Bingo! That's why you gotta come to the main gate with me right now. If we hurry, we might still be able to get in there before Wolf Boy does, sir. Alright, let's make haste to the main gate. To be continued. Oh, this is a long one. Alright. Boop. And boop. Guess we're not done yet. So we're gonna probably finish this up next time. Bye-bye.